Hi, all of you. Is my sound is audible?
Yes.
Okay. So in the last class, we discussed about the EFS, everything. So any doubt in that? No?
I have to
Okay.
practice.
Okay. So today we are going to see the custom image for web server. Okay. So what is the custom image, everything? So first, our goal is we'll be launching a EC2 instance. Okay. In which we'll be trying to host a website. Okay. And after hosting the website, everything, then I will say you that why we'll require the custom image, then it will be more clear to you. So first what we are going to do is the basic thing, what usually we do, that we have to launch a EC2 instance. Okay. And since we are going to launch the instance for the web server perspective, so we'll be giving the name something like web server. Okay. Cloud 27 like this. Okay. So this is the web server instance we are going to launch. This will be launching with Amazon Linux second AMI itself. Okay. Fine for now. And come down instance type, let it be t2.micro. No need to change. Keep here whatever I created for you, that I'm just selecting. In the networking, okay, we are going to host a HTTP website. So HTTP website always works on the port 80, so that's why we have to allow it. So that's why we have to take this box, allow HTTP traffic. Okay, so this is the necessary part here. Okay. That's it. Simply come on launch instance. So now what is going to happen is a EC2 instance. Okay. Basically a new machine they given to us. Okay. In which only one change we done from the previous classes, that we opened a extra port. Okay. What this port is doing, so here you'll see in the security, basically somebody opened the port 80L. So that means anybody from the world, if they want to access the website on the port 80, they will be able to do so. Similarly, anybody from the world, if somebody want to log into this machine using the port 22, that they can do. And since these two are open, okay, then see this port 22 is open. That's why from our laptop we are able to connect to this particular EC2 instance using PuTTY or SSH. Okay. Similarly, if port 80 will be open, then only anyway person in the world, no matter wherever you are currently, right? Once I will host the website, you'll be able to see it. Okay. So that's the thing. So once this EC2 instance is started, okay, now you can connect to this EC2 instance. Either you can connect using the browser, or you can connect using the PuTTY. Okay. So for simplicity purpose, let's go with on this one, browser itself. Okay. Uh, Now, the first thing what we have to do is, okay, uh, first become the root user. Okay. Now, what software we have to install, or what packages we have to install, which is going to help us to host the website. So HTTPD is the package name. Okay. So we have to simply say that, yeah, can you install a package with the name called HTTPD? That's it. If we'll press enter, they will ask that, do you really want to install it? I will press Y. And now HTTPD package is installed. And since HTTPD package is installed, basically the software we installed, but currently this software is not running or something. Okay. And that's why this software is not running. So if you want to see the website, before that, let me show you here. Our website is going to be hosted on this machine, right? So if somebody, like once the website will be hosted, anybody in the world is going to copy this public IP. Okay. And they will paste it here. Okay. If you don't paste any port also, by default, they open the port 80 only. Okay. That means they are going to the HTTP URL, basically meaning this. Okay. So currently you'll see that nothing is coming, right? Because this website, we are not running anything here. That's why this site can't be refreshed, something like that it is saying. Now we installed the HTTPD package just now in this machine. If I check systemctl, is the status, what is the status of HTTPD package? So currently they are saying it is inactive. And since this HTTPD package is inactive in your laptop, okay, that's why you are not able to see this website. As soon as I'm going to say systemctl, do one thing. Can you start the HTTPD package? And since the HTTPD package is now started, it is running. Now, if somebody in the world is going to refresh this page, you will see the exactly same website. Okay, like if I copy this URL and I'm pasting it chat, if all of you try to hit this URL, you will be seeing the exactly same website in the browser. Just try. All of you getting this right?
Yeah, 1 second, sir. Yeah, we are seeing the same.
Okay. Now, the second thing is, if somebody is going to stop this machine, like if somebody is going to shut down this machine and again they are going to start it, what do you think? This HTTPD package will be in the running state or in the stopped state? Anybody?
Stop.
Stopped, right? Because service will be stopped. So if I
Yeah.
want that currently when I'm starting the machine, that time if this service is running, okay, so when the next time this machine will restart, automatically this service should run. Okay, so what will be the benefit for this? Benefit will be this, like from tomorrow when I want to access this website again, right? So I have to just start the instance here and I will copy the public IP and my website will be visible. I don't have to manually come and I have to type the command called systemctl start httpd. Okay, so for doing this, there is a simple command you have to write systemctl. Can you enable the HTTPD package? Okay, that means enable it. That means whatever the state currently it is, you have to maintain the state. If it is in the running state, so whenever this machine will restart again, you have to make sure that this will be in the running state only. That's it. Once these three things you've done, and our website is also visible, there is no problem here. Website is running well and good. Now, I don't want to see this website. Okay, I want to see some different website here. So what they are clearly saying is you can add your own content also. This content is just for the testing purpose. If this content is running, that means your Apache server is installed. Okay, if you want to add your own personal content, I want to display the name on my website. Okay, this website I want to display my name. So for that, they are saying that there is a directory called /var/www/html. You have to go to that directory. So let me go to that directory cd/var/www/html. And inside this directory, currently there is no file is present. Okay, but whatever the things you want to display it here, right? That you have to create at this location only. Okay, /var/www/html. So here I am creating a file, okay, with the name called name.html. Okay, something like this, name.html. And currently I'm just writing here the name like my name like this. Okay, just I written this, that's it. And I am simply saving this file. So basically we created a file with the name called name.html. Okay, you can create a file with the normal name also. It is not like you have to give the HTML extension or something only. Okay, but this file is now created. Okay, now if I refresh this page, is something changed? No, still we are seeing the same website. Okay, but if you'll come to this particular URL and here you'll write the slash name.html. I know that I created the file with the name called name.html, right? So see, I'm seeing my name and all of you will be able to see the name if you are going to write slash name.html. You can check that. If you'll write slash name.html, you'll see the exactly same.
Yeah.
Now, currently this is not any proper format or something. Okay, so if you want to make it little bit heading, okay, so I'll just write it here like this slash h1. Okay, then I'm closing this slash h1. Then I'm writing something slash s3. I'm typing welcome. Something like this. I just done it slash s3. Save it. Escape. This is just a normal HTML syntax. Now, since we done the some changes here, right? And since we done the changes, now if I'm going to refresh this page, so say this page is getting configured, right? This will become little bit bigger heading. This will become little bit a smaller heading, right? So this type of the changes we can do. If you'll refresh this page, you will also see that this type of the syntax changes, everything is happening. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
again, this all things will be done by the front-end engineer. We don't have to worry about that. What are the website we are writing everything. Okay. We don't have to worry about whatever the file they will say us, give us. Okay. That file will just keep it here. That will be deployed here. That's it. But take an example, I don't want to write manually name.html or something. Okay. Because see, this is a home page, right? If somebody will hit www.google.com, so they will always land to the main website only, right? If somebody will write slash images or something, then only they will land to the image search page like that. So I want that whatever the content I am writing it here now, like name.html, whatever the file we are writing. that should be displayed at this point. Okay, I don't have to write manually /name.html or /a.html, b.html like that. So for that, they say that if you're going to create a file with the name called index.html, like index, file name should be index, extension can be anything, index.html, index.php, anything you can write. Okay, like let me write index.html. And here I am writing, hi, welcome. Something like this I just written. Okay. Now you know what is the benefit here? Since you created a file with the name called index.html and inside this you written the content called hi, welcome. So now if you'll refresh this page, you are not going to see this page. You will be seeing this page, hi, welcome. And still if I'll do here /name.html, so that's fine. Still I will be able to see the previous thing from that particular file. Okay, but if you don't write anything, then by default they will redirect you to the index page. And even if you'll mention here /index.html, then also it will display you exactly same thing. That means whether you write index.html or whether you don't write it, they are going to show you the same page because this is the default page. Make sense?
Yes.
Now let me just delete all these things. I don't want any of this file. Okay, everything got deleted. There is no file. Refresh this, nothing is going to come. Again, test page started to came because no file is present. Okay. Now, what is my goal? Okay, my goal is to host a website here, right? A good website. So for that, I am going to write the website in PHP language. So I have to install the PHP software also. So I'm just installing yum install php-y. You can write the website in any of the programming language. I am writing here PHP. So that's why I'm installing the PHP software now. PHP is got installed. Okay. And this everything is documented, you don't have to worry about. But here I written everything in a single go that you have to install the HTTPD, you have to install the PHP, you have to go to this particular location, you have to start the HTTPD, enable the HTTPD like this. Okay. Now, once we've done all these things, right? For this, now we are going to create a file with the name called index.php. Okay. This will be our website content basically. So whatever the content we have to write in this PHP programming language that you don't have to worry about, just you can copy it from this pre to pre tag. This is the content we have to write it. Okay. So I'm just copying this from this pre to pre, and I will come to this machine and I will go to index.php file. Again, I'm creating the file with the name called index.php. So it will act as a home page. And here I'm just pasting this content. In this, I'm just writing welcome to DevOps training, and then we are printing the ifconfig command output. Welcome to DevOps training. In place of this, you can just say or something like this also. Cloud 27. Okay, so we just written welcome to DevOps training cloud 27, and then whatever the output of the ifconfig command is there, now that they will print it on the screen only. Okay, so if I'll save this file, and basically ifconfig command, this is the output of the ifconfig command. This output I want to display it in the website. Now if somebody is going to refresh this page again, you will see not returned. Okay, actually, so see, nothing is coming, right? You know why? Because we created a file in the format called index.php, right? Index.php. And for that, I said you that you have to install the PHP software, right? But we installed the PHP software, but our HTTPD software was running before installation of PHP. Yes or no?
Yes.
So that's why we have to restart the HTTPD. Okay. Restart HTTPD. That's the only change we have to do. So now they will restart. So they will get, okay, now we can read the PHP packages also, because now they will find the software and then we'll be able to see the website. But if you'll be following the documentation, you don't have to worry about. Here I installed the PHP, then only I started the HTTPD package. So it will take time little bit to restart.
For example, if we are out of this screen, if we come back again, we have to restart.
Which one? HTTPD?
Yeah.
No, it is enabled, right? Enabled means if your machine is going to stop also and you are going to start this EC2 instance again, still it will be running only. That's why we run this enable command. So you see that now restart happened. Now if I'm going to refresh this page, it will check the index.php page, right? And they're displaying the content. Welcome to DevOps training, and they're printing the ifconfig command output. Why I am printing the ifconfig command output? Because by seeing this IP address, right, 172.31.4.129, you can clearly visualize that this website is running inside this particular machine, 4.129, by seeing this website. Okay, that it is running in 4.129 machine. Okay, this will be useful in the later cases. Okay, so just wait, you'll be able to see the use case of this, why we require to print the private IP address. In the real world, we don't require, but for learning purpose, this is a must thing. Okay, until and unless you'll not learn this, that how the IP address, everything is getting changed internally. So we'll be miss so many concepts. So this is the thing. Okay, now this is a normal website. If you want to add some background color or something, okay, so you can simply search in the Google that PHP set background color. So see, we are going to some Stack Overflow website, and there they will guide us. They are saying if somebody want to set some color, they can just copy this block. I am just copying this. I will come here. I will go to the index.php page, and I want to change some background colors. I will write after the PHP tag only. Okay, that's it. Background color, they are setting it to pink currently. Let me go with some different color like powder blue or something. Okay, and simply save this file. And that's it. Since we saved it, now if somebody is going to come this and you are going to refresh this page, you will be see the website in the powder blue color. Just try to refresh this. Are you able to see this? Is it fine up to here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, once we done up to here, right, all the things, and you remember all the steps, right, whatever we done from starting. Okay. Now, if I'm going to ask you, can you launch one more EC2 instance on machine, and inside this only you have to do the exactly same thing, whatever I done here. No? At last, I want to see this type of the website, exactly same website. So how much time you are going to take to set it up again, the entire thing? Anyway, you have to set it up entire things, whatever we done just now, from launching the instance to setting up the website. Okay, in how much time will it take?
Maybe half an
Okay. So basically, see, you
hour.
have to launch the instance again. You have to manually go there. You will be installing software. You will be PHP software. You will be installing, right? You will be writing the website content. Again, you will be enabling the software, right? You'll be keeping your file in the index //www/html location. Then only this website will be visible. But now, if I want to host one more website, like somebody is saying me that can you launch one more EC2 instance with exactly same configuration? I want to see that. So for that particular purpose, rather than doing like this, what we can do is we can clone this. Okay, clone this means see everything, whatever the things we done, we installed the HTTPD package, we installed the PHP package, we created a file with the name called index.php that we kept inside the directory. We started the HTTPD, everything we already done it, and that is getting stored in the hard disk of this particular EC2 instance, right? Because whatever the things you do in the laptop, whatever the software you install, everything is present in your laptop hard disk only. That means this 8 GB hard disk, right? So what you have to do is, if you follow this document, the first thing what you have to do is, after your website is there, you have to go to the volume. Volume means basically the hard disk which is connected to this particular EC2 instance. I'm selecting this volume ID. So this is our the volume. This is the volume which is connected to that particular EC2 instance. I'm just selecting this. I'm clicking on action and I'm clicking on create a snapshot, giving some name, HTTPD 4.27, something like this. And that's it. Click on create a snapshot. A snapshot is just like we are generating a backup of that particular hard disk. Okay. And once the snapshot will be created, where you can visualize it in the EBS section, there will be a snapshot column. Here you can find that. So there are so many snapshot in my case, but you're seeing HTTPD for cloud 27. Currently it is in the pending state. Okay, so let me just wait for that. Okay, until this pending is getting completed. Once it will be completed, then only we can forward with the next step. So we have to just wait for that. Other than that, anybody who completed the EBS partition, everything? EBS partition practical completed?
I just started, sir.
Okay.
So yeah, by tomorrow I can give you some update on that one.
Okay. So see this custom image, whatever currently I am generating, this you have to generate. Okay. And because if you'll generate it, then only you are going to do the practical. The next 3-4 days practical is totally dependent on your this custom image. Okay. So this custom image is the important thing here.
So here actually you created so many 8 GB. Those are the
No, these are for some different classes. No? You don't have to worry.
yeah. So I also created like 3 or 4. Do I need to delete them?
No. Just you should remember that whatever the description you are writing, just make it little bit forward that you can understand, right? Like currently here I'm understanding that this is for yours, right?
Yeah.
Because there are so many 8 GB, then it will be confusing for you, right? So you should write description in good way. That's it.
So because that AWS is chargeable, right? So do we need to delete them, or can I keep them like whatever I create?
So why you are storing the snapshot? That is the first question. Like, do you require for any other purpose or
No.
like
This is not the snapshot. Actually, I'm talking about the S3.
volumes?
Yeah, volumes.
You're talking about this volumes.
Yeah.
See, this
Correct.
volume is basically coming from this 8 GB is coming from your EC2 instances.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
So if the EC2 instance is terminated, your volume will be also terminated.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever this pen drive one I created.
Pen
Okay.
drive. Yes. Correct.
This one will be not deleted. Okay. These things are just attached to that particular EC2 instance. If EC2 instance is terminated, this particular will be also terminated. Okay.
Yeah.
By default, they give you 30 GB of storage free. Okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
30 GB, they don't calculate like this 8 plus 8 plus 8 like that. They don't calculate. Okay. Whatever the data you are filling inside this, for that they charge like that.
Oh,
Okay. At least for this case,
So
instance case. Okay. But whatever the things you are taking the pen drive one, like in the pen drive, you created one and you are taking directly 30 GB storage. That means you are utilizing the entire thing.
So do we need to delete those pen drives?
Yeah, if you are getting the charges, it's better to delete if you are not using that.
Okay. Just for the practical purpose, we are creating that.
Because maximum 30 GB only. After that, we have to pay some around. It will charge you $1-2 something like that. So it will start to come in bill.
Yeah. And just one more question, sir. Actually, you said that the storage, whatever we are using, if it is, if we copy the data in those, actually we have that is chargeable, right? So if the files are empty, still they are chargeable.
Files are empty.
Means like empty files I created in the Linux class, right? So those are empty. I did not write anything, but just for the practical purpose, I attached into those folders.
See, I will tell you. If you are having 1 or 2 EC2 instance only in your account now, okay, and you are stopping the instance once you are not doing it, you are not keeping it running, then you are not going to get any charge. Okay. In my case, I have to launch multiple instances, right? But still you will see the milling. Okay. So I don't get any charges that much. Okay. But I launch many instances. Like if you'll see in my account, definitely there will be 10 instances will be there, 10 I will be terminating like that, right? But see charges.
Okay.
Think this forecast $0.63.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very important, right? And because if you are stopping the instance now, okay, if you are not using it, never keep instance running if you are not using it. Okay, because that is chargeable in nature. And here we are clearly seeing, see, this is the month end, right?
Yeah.
26, right? But here you will see here, like if you talk about the Elastic Compute Cloud, this is the main thing we use, right? So here you'll be seeing, take an example in the Mumbai. Okay. So in Mumbai, see, for the T2.micro instance, they are saying that you used 40 hours only in the entire month. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but we have the power for 750 hours usage. Okay. So that is very less, right? That's why they are using $0 only, because you are under the limit. Okay. Now they are saying T2.medium. T2.medium is not free, right? But I used it for some hours. Okay. For some of the practicals. So that's why they charge us something for that. So in your case, it will be not there because you are not launching the T2.medium. Okay. Similarly, for Windows machine, you remember we launched the Windows machine.
Yeah.
For that,
Yeah.
we just launched it for 30 second or something, 30 minutes only we use like that, right? So for
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
see $0 only, because it is again in the limit only, and we use the T2.micro. Now comes to the EBS volume.
Yeah.
EBS volume, see, up to 30 GB storage, they are not charging anything, right?
Yeah.
After that, I used extra 1 GB, something like that. Okay, that also a snapshot it is basically whenever we are generating the snapshot, right? So whenever you generate the snapshot, if it is under the free tier, so they will not charge you. But see, this snapshot got size of 5.27 GB or something like that. So they are charging around $0.26. Again, that is minimal only. Okay. And whatever this charges you are seeing, like this is little bit big charges, right?
Yeah.
$2.26, something like that. This is coming because I used extra volume, 19 GB one.
Okay.
Okay, so like after 30 GB, I used extra 20 GB or something, right? For that, I am paying this much amount. Okay, and that will be the case because I'm launching so many instances. So that's the reason. But that's the case. Like in the North Virginia region, I have so many instances running in T3A medium, and that is a chargeable, right? So for that, they are generating the bill like $3.89, $4.37, like that. Okay. So that happens. But again, these all things are getting covered in the credits. You can also apply for the
Oh,
credits. I will guide you later on. Okay, how to apply for the credits, everything.
sure. Thank you, sir.
So
And
let's come
actually, in this
to
S3, actually, there is one S3 Glacier. What is that one?
oh, that is a cheaper version.
Oh, okay.
Cheaper version of the S3. Okay.
Okay.
And basically read and write speed will be slow. So basically in the Glacier we keep the data now which we don't use frequently. Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
maybe even if we require someday, it is something like this. You know the Google Photos, right? They
Yeah.
keep all your photos arranged there, right? But
Yeah.
previously, if you remember, it was not chargeable. From last year only, they started to calculate the everything on the your Google Cloud storage only. Okay, like whatever the Google Drive limit you have now, like in my case, taking example 200 GB, right? So whatever the Google Photos also you are uploading, it will be in this storage only. Previously, it was totally free. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
similarly, S3 Glacier is a something like, take an example, I want to store some data. That data maybe I can use it in 1 year, 2 year, only 1 to 2 times, 5 times, 10 times. That's it. I don't want to use that particular file everyday basis, right? So even if that file loading time will be little bit slow also, that will be fine for me, right? Because I will require only someday access. That's it, right?
Yeah.
But for that, I am saving more than 60-70% money. So that will be more beneficial. So
Yeah.
all the company whose data that is not that much important, they don't access frequently, they store it in the S3 cluster. And the data
Oh.
which you use on the daily basis, we use it, store it in directly in the S3 for high speed read and write. Okay.
Okay.
So
Thank
this is the snapshot that got created, Cloud 27 one, it's completed. Once this is completed, then you have to come to the EC2 instance section. You have to select your instance, click on action, click on image and template, click on create image. I'm going to create a image. You can give the image name here. Give some image name that should be unique little bit. So because we are making this image public, so anybody can find this image. So I'm just giving this type of the name. Image description, if you want to say like HTTP. That's it. You don't have to do anything. Simply click on create image. And see, image is getting generated. Where to see this image? There is an image section, AMI. Click on this. Here you'll see that a image is getting generated with the name called Cloud 27. Make sense?
you. Yes.
Let me delete few previous one. Cloud 24, I can delete it. Because maximum you can go with 5 AMI only in your free tier account. After that it is chargeable. Okay. So for that reason, now for if we are good. So this image is there, cloud 27 one. Okay, and you'll see currently it is in pending state and it is in private. Private means only I can see this image. Okay, and if I make this public, then anybody in the world can see this image. But make sure you should be in the Mumbai region. Then only you'll be able to see. Okay, because I created this image in the Mumbai region. Okay, the images are specific to the regions only. So currently it is pending. Once it will be available, then we can make it visibility as public also. So if somebody want to use this image only, they can use it. But I will suggest you that go with your own image. That will be more better. Okay, because in future maybe I can delete this image, right? But if you have your image in your account, so you can have it, and even if you get the practice also. So just wait for 1 or 2 minutes. This pending will become available. Again, these all things also screenshotted. Like you have to create a snapshot, then you have to click on create image. A image will be generated with the step of the name. Okay. So how to make this edit AMI permission to public, right? That also you can just do it. So let's wait for this. Okay, now this image become available. Now if you want to change it and make it public, you can click on action. Click on edit AMI permission and you can just make it public. Public means this image will be available for all the AWS user. Okay, but it should be available in that particular region only. Click on save changes. Now we made our image public also. Okay, so all the images are public. Okay, now once this all things is done, now what was our goal? Our goal was to host a website, something like this, right? So previously you are saying that you have to spend 5 minute time, 10 minute time, 15 minute time, right, to host this entire website. Okay. But now see how faster we can host it. Okay. So I'm just going to launch an instance. Okay. And I'm just going to name this instance as web server 1 hyphen cloud 27, something like this. Rather than using the Amazon Linux image, right? If I'm going to use the Amazon Linux image, again, I have to manually install all this software, again, manually create the website, everything. So we will go to the My AMI section. Just now I created one image. What was the image name? Cloud 27 one. I will just select this image. Okay. Come down. All the things will be same only. Keep here, network setting, you have to allow the HTTP traffic, and that's it. Launch the instance. Now we launch a EC2 instance, and the benefit is we launch this instance using our own custom image, whatever the image I created. Okay, and since it is getting launched by the image which I created, right? So the benefit will be whatever the software we already installed inside this machine, whatever the website content I written, everything will be visible inside this machine also. What we have to do, we have to just copy the public IP of this machine. I'm not going to connect to this machine or something. As soon as this machine will become available, let me just search for only running instances. And this machine become available, right? So I will just paste the public IP of this new EC2 instance, and we are able to see this website. What is happened? Is it? I don't know. Why the malware notification is coming? Are this public IP is getting used by some other person?
I think your antivirus is stopping this one.
No, I don't think so, because this public IP they are thing. This can be because this public IP attached to some previous person. They were using it for some different reason, and that's why. So what I can do is, see, website is coming, well and good, right? Everything is coming, okay? But to solve this purpose, what I can do is I can simply stop this instance and again I start it. So public IP will change, and then I think problem will be solved. Because that problem I think of this IP address only. Sometimes it happens. So now instance got stopped. But website was coming. We don't have to configure anything by going inside the machine. That's the benefit here. So now see how faster it was, right? It was taking less than a minute, right? As soon as you are launching the instance, you are copying the public IP, your website was visible, right? And you don't have to do all the steps, whatever the steps you are doing, manually installing the HTTPD, PHP, configuring the website, everything. We are just hitting the public IP and we are seeing this website. Okay, that's the benefit of the creating the custom image. Okay, so we created the custom image. We are launching the instance. Okay, with the custom image, and we are copying the public IP. This website is visible. So now this machine is stopped. Let me start it again. I should get a new IP, and only that problem will be solved. Okay, 105. I think this is a different IP. So if I paste it here, meanwhile let it be a start. See, this time this website is coming, right? As I don't know, that was the problem with the IP. Because sometimes what happens now, whatever the IP you are getting, that IP got used by some different person, right? We don't know that particular person used that particular IP for what, right? Maybe they used it for some unethical activities. That's why that particular IP address got exposed. Okay. And when you go with some browser, na, like Brave browser or some other browser that is good with the security, right? So they can detect that particular public IPs of the outside the network, okay, and which was used for some malware threat detection or something, right? That's why they were basically doing that notification. But if that IP will be not used neighbor, so they will show you their website. And that was our goal. And see, welcome to DevOps Training Cloud 27. So this IP address is also showing the website. This IP address is also showing the website, right? Do you see any difference between these two? Any difference anywhere? Like see here and see here. Anything different you can notice? In the first line, there is no difference, right? Welcome to DevOps Training Cloud 27. Welcome to DevOps Training Cloud. Difference will come in this line. If you'll see IP address here 9.157. Here IP address 4.129. Why? Because this two machine is running the ifconfig command only, right? But inside this machine, if somebody will run the ifconfig command, they will get this IP address 9.157. That's why we are printing here. Similarly, here if somebody will run, they will get 4.129. Inside this machine, it will run it. Make sense?
Yes.
And that's why I written this ifconfig command output in the browser so I can show you the difference. That this website is coming from some different machine, this website is coming from some different machine. But both are showing the exactly same website. In the real world scenario, we'll be displaying the content up to here only. We'll be not displaying this content. So by just seeing this is single line, will you able to differentiate that this is coming from two different machines? Just by seeing the first line, you'll be never able to see, right? So that's why I just written here, and tomorrow I will be showing you the load balancing everything. Because what happens now, take an example, when I launched a website, only 100 people are visiting, right? So that time only one EC2 instance machine which is running on 1 GB RAM, that will be more than enough to handle the 100, 1000 requests, okay? But suddenly 10,000 people started to come my website, or 50,000 started to come to our website. So will this single machine will be able to handle? No, right? So we have to launch multiple EC2 instances here, right? And 5,000 people will be coming to this website, 5,000 people will be coming to this website, like that, right? So this all things will be streamed from tomorrow, load balancing part. Okay. Meanwhile, just try to create the custom image. Okay. Try to launch an instance, copy the public IP and try to check whether IP address, everything is visible. That's the, then simply just you can stop the instance and tomorrow again we'll be going to start these instances only and we'll be continuing with the practice. This instance you don't have to delete it. Okay, we'll be using it for next 2 to 3 days.
Sir, one quick question. So when we create these websites, actually, those are the company websites or the even personal websites also can be created?
You can host your personal websites also. There is no any problem in
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I will show you the DNS mapping also. Like currently you are just seeing the IP address. No?
Yeah.
I have a DNS domain. Okay. I hope it will not expire. I will check that if DNS was available with me, then I will show you to do the mapping also. Okay.
Sure.
So rather
Sure.
than using this IP address, I'll be hitting something like www dot some URL, right? And that
Mhm.
URL is going to redirect it to this website only.
Okay.
So, but for that we require the DNS domain mapping account. So I will check if I will have the validity there. I will do it.
Mm.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thanks. Have a nice day.